Hello there.
Hey, hey.
Hello. Happy St.
Happy St.
Patrick's
Patrick.
Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
We have everything covered. Doug has a whiskey. Rob has an Irish coffee, and I've got a stout. It's not a Guinness, so I know I'm bad, but it's
How
a
dare.
stout. It's a
Close
left-handed nitro though. Those are good. It's a stout.
That's pretty close to Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the Napog Castle. Is that how you say it? I think I'm saying it right. It's the one you got me, Rob. That's pretty good. It's not green
Oh,
stock.
the castle. The
Yeah, it's
castle.
pretty damn good.
Yeah. So happy
Like a good Irish whiskey.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Chicago has indeed dyed its river green. I didn't realize some people didn't believe that. Can everyone give me a freeze frame? Wayflow wants us to do.
Do not lie to you. We do that.
Wayflow
We
wants
do
us
not have
to.
a dam, though. That is a lie.
Yes,
That
yes.
is true. We do not have a hydroelectric dam at all.
Wayflow would like us all to do a cheers so that he can take a still frame.
Hopefully you can.
All right. Hopefully that works, Wayflow. Yes. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But someone said they didn't actually believe that. I was like, oh no, we do. They're like, did the fish die? And we're like, you think we eat fish from Lake Michigan or from the Chicago River?
You think there's fish in
I
that
was
river?
gonna say, fishmen survive in that river, man.
You think
No,
there's
They
anything
would
but
literally jump
regret?
out of the river because it'd be
Spent-
better. It'd be a better death.
The only thing you get out of the Chicago River is an ear infection if you go in it. I love how we spent 50 years cleaning up that damn river, only to 1 year or 1 day out of the year dye it the same color it probably was in 1898. Like, there's probably some awful toxic sludge green back in the 1800s.
Probably.
Actually, we reversed the flow of that river because it was so shitty, and we wanted to make it downstate's problem. We didn't want it going into the lake where it would poison the water supply. So we're like, well, we'll just ship it the other way and make it Missouri's problem.
You're getting a good education.
I was going to say,
is
this
the
has
Q&A
been
you've
Chicago
waiting for.
history with Rob. Some people crave this content, okay?
It's the
but
Hulk's piss, actually. I'm sorry, that was pretty funny. So
Yeah. yeah, it's Hulk's piss, true. But yes, welcome back. Doug is back. So we are here with both of you gentlemen, because I feel like it's been a couple weeks since we've actually gotten both of you together.
Yeah, exactly. A couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get down to the rules because we're on level 2 hype train and we should probably get rolling because I feel like y'all have some questions. First and foremost,
Sorry.
don't never apologize for a chaplain choo-choo.
Chap.
First and foremost, we're going to give priority to bit messages since that is some real world money spent. We do sometimes have time for highlighted questions at the end. Of a feeling we may not have time today, but sometimes we do. Please keep your questions short and to the points. The longer they are, the more likely I am to miss the question in the first place because I have to read it quickly because we have so many other people trying to ask questions of Doug and Rob here. Please do not repeat the same thing over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to insist on doing it. That does also include some of these bit messages. We do get behind, so please don't stress. Obviously, we've been live here, it says, for 7 minutes and haven't read a single question. We can get up to like 45 minutes behind. I've got a list. Do not worry. We will get to your question. No need to keep asking it. No spoilers, please. Some of us haven't had a chance. I mean, I think all of us have, but some people in chat maybe have not had a chance to see the Batman. So don't be that person who's going to spoil the Batman for everyone, okay? Just don't be that person.
It's Bruce Wayne.
Oh my God, Doug, what did I just say? We're ending stream. No.
I'm lying. It's Peter Parker.
But we did say that No Way Home spoilers are fine because the digital is coming out, so it's about time. Also, this is a fairly new one. Maybe make sure to check that someone else hasn't already asked the question that you have. Sometimes people ask the same questions, and I just feel bad when you've paid bits if you're like the 5th person who has asked Doug about the new Puss in Boots movie trailer.
We want to just give you your table scraps. I mean, we want to give you the full amount.
Yeah.
And we'll answer the question, but by the 5th time, it's going to be really short. Just like, yep, as we said before. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I think that is it, so let's jump right into it. That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Heather the Bit Boss. Hello, Rob the T-Rex, and hello, Doug the Fairy of Nostalgia. How are you?
I love that. Doug's the fairy.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you manage to check out Turning Red yet? If so, thoughts? To me, I thought it was good originally, but I liked it a lot more the more I thought about it.
Boy, did you hit on something there, because let me tell you, I saw I was watching, and the first 2/3 annoyed the shit out of me.
Oh, really?
I didn't like the main character. I thought the side characters were way too one note. I couldn't get into the style. I love the idea.
You should say that you're also not a fan of most anime comedy, which is also a starting point.
But even that, the pacing I wasn't getting into. But then the last third was spectacular. It was funny, it was clever, it was emotional. The style really served what it was trying to do, and all the characters became really interesting. So I'm gonna see it again, because I want to see if that 2/3 changes now that I know what it's working towards. I want to see if it changes. That's one of the reasons I haven't done a review yet. I got back a little late when it came out, and I think I just want to hold off and probably do a Disney December on it, because yeah, I was actively not liking it until that last third, which I thought was just fantastic.
So somebody's saying it pulled an Onward?
I laughed at that too.
Yeah, no.
That is what I thought of Onward. I didn't like it at first, but that last half actually really saved it.
But yeah, and I will say, even if I watch it again, I'm like, this 2/3 is still annoying. I'm still gonna say go see it, because that last third really is that good. I mean, I really can't see any universe where I'm saying don't go see it, because that last bit is just so great.
Yeah. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Did you see the trailer for Puss in Boots 2? And if so, what are your thoughts? Personally, I thought it looked kind of funny. I'm especially glad they brought back Selma Hayek as Kitty Softpaws from the first film. I actually really liked her chemistry with Puss.
Sounds funny. Is that Antonio as Puss in Boots? Because if so, he sounds a little different.
I said the same thing. It is. It is still him. But I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, could they not get Antonio Banderas for this?
Interesting. Okay, then maybe it's just time. Maybe it's just age, all that stuff. I thought the deaths were very funny. Nothing else was making me laugh that hard, and the animation definitely looked more like there were budget cuts and stuff. But those death scenes alone kind of made me say, all right, this can work. This can be funny.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. When it comes to the weekend of April 22nd, which film will you review? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent or The Bad Guys?
Oh, I'd rather do The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah, I mean, of course I could say why not both, but which one would I rather do first? Probably, yeah, the Nick Cage one.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you checked out the trailers for Miss Marvel and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Miss Marvel looks like an 80s movie mixed with Shazam, while Puss in Boots animation looks amazing.
That's so funny. I thought the animation kind of looked like a downgrade, like it was a little bit like you had budget cuts, but I don't know, maybe I gotta see them side by side. Miss Marvel, it was the opening bit again, kind of like with Turning Red. I was like, oh, am I not going to get into the style of this? I'm so afraid. But then it looked like it kind of balanced out into just, like another Marvel show, like a good one. So we'll see. But again, that style, it's the pacing. It's the fact that everything happening, you never see the characters like accept what's happening. I think that's one of the things that was throwing me off. But that's a trailer, so who knows? But yeah, I'm curious to see how it is.
I'm super excited for Miss Marvel.
I don't know much about her. Yeah, like I know what she looks like. I know she can like stretch and make the fist big and everything, right? Yeah, I don't know too much about her outside of that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What was your favorite episode of Peacemaker, and who was your favorite character?
I'm still on episode 3, so don't ask me.
Eagly, hands down, is my favorite character.
Absolutely.
I hate to say it because it's not. He's an awful, monstrous human being, but just for the performance, Robert Patrick might have been my favorite. I'm like, man, even when this guy's like a redneck, like he still just kind of scares the fuck out of me. Like, does it so well. I don't know what my favorite episode is. Any of those last 3 were really good, including the finale. So I could go with any of them.
Yeah, probably the last 2 episodes I think are just the best. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, whenever you get the chance, please check out Hell of a Boss. The episodes are only 10 to 15 minutes long and are beautifully animated and fucking hilarious.
I've watched 2 episodes, I think, and I did like them. I just haven't had time to watch the other ones. But yeah, what I saw, I did like. I didn't like it as much as Has Been Hotel. I think there's only 1 episode of that so far, but yeah, I was enjoying it, and I should probably keep watching it because yeah, there's only like what 8 or 9 episodes, something like that. So I should be able to do that.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, glad to be back to the stream after some absence. Good job on this week's review. My question, what Disney movie incorporated Phil Collins songs better, Tarzan or Brother Bear?
Oh, Brother Bear, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's one bit where it didn't work.
It's not a great movie, but
Yeah, there's one bit where it didn't work, where a character is telling a character something else and they play a Phil Collins song over it. I was just like, oh, that literally ruined that scene. But the rest of the music I thought was fantastic. I love the orchestrations. I love the melodies. I thought it matched the tone and the atmosphere. So, no, I thought it worked very well in that movie.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi Doug, what's your favorite episode of the newest season of Rick and Morty?
Let me see. Oh, I think the one with the decoy family, because again, I love when that show takes something, like just keeps trying to top it. And I feel like they always have an episode where they try to top, like the heist movie, like how ahead of the game are they? And it's literally like 20 steps ahead, and the whole episode is showing how far ahead they were. So I think the one with the decoy family really, really made me laugh.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever review the Kurt Russell films Sky High or Tombstone? I feel like both are classics that deserve more recognition than they get.
I'm definitely going to do Tombstone. Yeah, and Sky High, I found out, I guess a younger generation just grew up hating that movie. Or they saw the trailer and said, that's going to be shit, or remember hating it. Because I think when I did the Disney December, everybody was like, oh, I thought I was going to hate it. I remember it being bad. And some were like, yeah, I watched it again. Actually, it was kind of funny. So I guess everyone just had, or a lot of younger people had a mindset it was going to be awful. And when they saw it again, they're like, it's not that bad. And I had a good time with it.
I saw it while flipping through on the television, and I just remember sitting there going like, wow, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't realize it had such a hate train.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you checked out the trailer for Bullet Train? I don't know about you, but to me, it looks hella entertaining.
Yeah, but who was in that one again?
Oh, it's
Wait, was it Brad Pitt?
I think it's Brad Pitt.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely looked like fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It looks super fun. We watched it on Awesome Comics, and yeah, looks awesome. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Which version of Carmine Falcone do you like more? Tom Wilkinson or John Turturro?
Oh, Turturro. I thought that was amazing.
I'm really split. It's kind of like saying who's better, Heath Ledger or Joaquin Phoenix. They're so different. I don't think I can choose. I like them both equally.
Cookie Crow, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you do Death Becomes Her for Freak Show Cinema?
Love that movie.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess the effects I could talk about a little bit, but I don't know if I could talk about enough to fill an entire episode. Though I do really like it. And that's another one that I guess got critically panned when it came out and nobody saw it. And we were just like, why is nobody talking about this?
It's an amazing dark comedy.
Yeah. When I think of like just a weird gothic dark comedy, that's also really, really funny, but like has all the great gothic atmosphere and
that was
goofy too.
That was the first one in a while because Bruce Willis was getting into the Die Hard mode. That was the first one in a while where it reminded me like, oh yeah, Bruce Willis is a great comedian.
Yeah, like he can really do funny acting. So I don't know. Maybe that's winning me over. We'll see.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Apparently, Morbius just had its first screenings, and what a surprise, it sucked. I'm not even going to pretend to be shocked because I knew it would be garbage. I mean, who the hell cares about Morbius? I've heard good things about Moon Knight, though.
I haven't seen either yet. I have the same thoughts, but I shouldn't form them until, I've seen them, so.
Oh, and yeah, Wayflow, it's Irish coffee. what I'm drinking.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Ever think about reviewing the Three Stooges movie?
I've got requests for that. I've never seen it. I hear so many mixed things. Some say like, "Oh no, it's actually a pretty good update," and other people just say it's heinous. So I guess I should.
All I remember is
think
the
I have it on the
TV movie
list.
with the commish playing Curly. Like,
Oh
that
no,
was...
no. This is the like some of the Mad TV.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying like that's
That
the
movie
only
was
one I
directed by Mel Gibson, the TV movie. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, I forgot about that.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, you really need to check out Green Eggs and Ham before season 2 comes out. The second season is going to have the story of the Butter Battle book.
Oh, well, that'll be especially interesting now, with some things going on with Russia. First of all, man, they're just getting the second season now? That's weird. Isn't that kind of an old show? Although I guess the COVID happened and everything. I guess I'll try to check it out. I just have so many things already to see, so it might be a hot minute.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you noticed that seeing how the Nolan trilogy consistently emphasized the importance of Thomas Wayne, Batman v Superman completely tried to overcompensate and cater to Martha? Am I the only one who found that weird?
It's funny because I actually make a joke about it in the upcoming review. Because even in Batman, when it says his parents are murdered, it says Thomas Wayne murdered. I'm just like, man, the mother really gets tossed to the side, doesn't she? And I say, well, Snyder will overcorrect this later. Yeah, I did kind of notice that this time around.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review more Nickelodeon movies? Since you're going to review Rugrats movies soon, I'd recommend Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. It's an underrated gem worth of its meme status.
Yeah, I haven't seen either. So I'll definitely do Rugrats. And then I didn't grow up with Jimmy Neutron. So I just remember watching the trailer, just being like, what the hell is this? This will be gone, in a week. And it's like one of the biggest hit things that Nickelodeon's ever had. Like, I don't know if they're still making episodes or what, but it was mad popular. So I should probably give it a watch and just see what that was all about.
M. Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. Turning Red might definitely not be for everyone, even though I personally enjoyed it, but I feel it's one of Pixar's most creative films, and that is saying something. Also, any of you watching the men's basketball tournament or rooting for any teams?
My wife went to Michigan State, so I always root for the Spartans.
Yeah, and I want to say, too, another reason I did recommend it, even though I was saying I kind of found it annoying, I can see a ton of people getting into the style fine. I was actually saying I feel like this will kind of be the next, like, Goofy movie, where people will look back and sort of be quoting some of the odd little scenes and some of the odd lines and stuff like that. Like, I can see it very easily getting an audience. But, yeah, it's definitely a style that... wasn't rubbing off on me, but again, I think I want to see it again. I want to give it another chance.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which villain would you want to see in a sequel to The Batman more? Mr. Freeze or Poison Ivy?
I'm trying to think
Probably,
how you would do.
I mean, Poison Ivy would be way easier. You just make her an eco-terrorist. I don't know how you would do Freeze in that universe.
I mean, maybe he literally like just freezes people, like puts them in freezers and stuff like that. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
You're going on ice.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite MCU film and favorite non-MCU Marvel film?
Boy, favorite, because when I was on vacation, they ran Infinity War and Endgame back to back. I didn't watch them while I was there, but they were on while I was sort of going, get my bathing suit on to go to the beach and stuff. And just the bits of Infinity War I saw, I'm like, man, you can just watch any part and it sucks you in. It's so good. And then seeing Endgame, I'm like, yeah, that's a really good ending. That's another one where I'm like, this is good, but man, it just does not suck me in like Infinity War does.
I'd probably say Guardians of the Galaxy. That whole movie just puts a smile on my face.
And a non-MCU?
Non-MCU Marvel film.
Yeah, God, I'd have to like...
Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, this Saturday, Amphibia will be premiering its final episodes. I don't know what you plan on watching for Disney-cember after Rebels, but I hope it's Amphibia. It's the next Gravity Falls.
I might. I'm getting near the end of season 2. I think I'm like the last episode of season 2 of Rebels. Which, man, the one before it was already pretty interesting, so I'm curious to see what this finale is. Yeah, I mean, I got the list for the shows. I just don't have the orders, so yeah, maybe I'll watch that next.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. I finally saw the Batman and thought it was amazing. I may be in the minority, but I didn't like the Riddler's outfit. I wish it would have been something closer to Arkham Knight.
I hated it. I love the clothes in the movie. I hate the masks.
I thought it was fine. The thing about the Riddler's mask, though, is I don't know how anybody hears him. Like, and how he's just not hot, sweaty, and nasty. Yeah, I'm just like, God, to be a serial killer and to stalk, that seems like the most awful mask you could possibly wear. I'm like, can't see anything. You're going to be stumbling around. You can't
Well,
see.
I thought it hurt the performance, too, because when you see him without the mask, he is legit, like, both kind of funny but really scary.
Yeah.
Too.
If he was
And
just
I thought
appearing
that
on
did not come
TV,
through the mask.
if he was just appearing on TV that way, that's fine. But he's supposed to be sneaking around houses and stuff, and I'm just like, how is he not tripping over anything?
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. One thing I'll say about Disney's Pinocchio remake, at least Pinocchio actually looks like the character in the original Disney film. Also, Doug, have you checked out the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer? If so, thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it looked good. And it's like, I know what Inquisitors are now. Oh my God, like I recognize that. And yeah, after Spider-Man, we're doing, is it Fallen Order? Is that what it's called?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, because apparently there might be some connection to Obi-Wan, some of the stuff going on there. So yeah, I'm curious to see the connection there too.
I'm just waiting to get our Womp Rat origin story. Where this is all headed.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which bad cartoon movie performance is overall worse? Dan Aykroyd as Yogi Bear or Bill Murray as Garfield? Chris Pratt as Garfield.
Give him a chance.
You're right, I'm sorry.
Was Dan Aykroyd that awful? I'm trying to remember that performance.
He was pretty bad, but
I thought he was trying, whereas Bill Murray was just Bill Murray.
No, Bill Murray was legit trying to save Garfield. He kept trying to rewrite it, and they're like, yeah,
No,
just do
be-
that
yeah.
and stuff. But I'll say
I don't know.
Garfield's probably written worse. I think Aykroyd's Yogi Bear, it's just a weird choice. Where Justin Timberlake was weirdly good as Boo Boo. So I guess I'll say Aykroyd.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I asked Rob this question last week, but since you weren't here, Doug, figured I'd ask you. Have you seen Once Upon a Time? I'm on season 3, and I like it a lot, actually.
I haven't seen even one episode. Rob's told me a little bit about it. Some of it sounds pretty fun. The Peter Pan one sounds really fun.
If you were going to watch one season, I would do that, just because that little snit is so entertaining to watch.
But yeah, I haven't seen any of it, so sorry.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite Disney villain?
Oh. Frollo.
Hades?
Maleficent and the same voice actress, also the evil stepmother in Cinderella. It's just that voice is amazing.
I always feel like for me the pretentious answer, but I do kind of believe it is probably Chernenbog or really the devil from Fantasia. Because I'm just like, man, I just feel like that's the devil right there. That's what he would do for fun. That's what he would look like. That's what, all that stuff. But in terms of like character and all that stuff, yeah, probably Frollo. The Maleficent's like a close second.
Ursula's really good too. I have a soft spot for Jafar. Yeah, Scar's pretty good. I have a soft spot for Jafar just because he's one of the weird ones that he has to alternate between some scenes where he's really legitimately creepy, particularly early in the movie, and then the comedy when he has to deal with Iago, so.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. YouTube recommendation, steamed hams, but every scene is a different animation style. It's excellent. The creator worked on the video for 4 years and perfectly replicated multiple animation styles, including the sound designs that go with it.
Oh!
Steamed hams.
Okay, so that's funny because I had seen that video. I just assumed it was different animators. I didn't know that was one person. That's really impressive. I want to watch it again now, knowing that. Yeah.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Recently, I found out there are Django/Zorro comics and heard there was a movie in the works at one time with the pair but fell through. Would you have been interested in seeing Fox and Banderas reprise their roles in a movie together?
Now, what was it? Zorro and Django? Was that the two?
That's what they said, yeah.
I mean, Jesus, how amazing would it be if it's like Jamie Foxx and Antonio Banderas? That'd be crazy. Just two very different styles coming together. I'd see that just to see what the hell it would be like.
Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. In honor of St. Patrick's Day, what are your favorite Irish movies?
The original Darby O'Gill.
Yeah, thank
man.
you. Not that
you watch it on
shit-tastic dub Disney Plus has.
Yeah, oh my god, that was a slap in the face. Yeah, they redubbed
They took some of the Gaelic out of it. Oh man,
yeah, really?
Yeah, they redubbed Darby O'Gill, the two main leads.
For people to understand.
Yeah, with different actors, and it's just so noticeable. And like those actors are really good in the original. They have these distinct performances and voices.
Tools of the English oppressors, Disney are.
But Sean Connery, they don't touch.
Yeah, they don't dub Sean Connery.
That's hard to understand. Yeah, so oh, and then I don't know. Does The Departed count? I don't know.
Yeah, The Departed, Boondock Saints, Waking Ned Divine. Any of the Secret of Kells. Wolfwalkers. What's the other one? Song of the Sea. Those are all amazing.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. What animated movie do you want to see a sequel to more than any else? Also, forgot to say glad to see you back, Doug. Your presence was missed.
Oh, thank you.
Food fight.
Please. Food harder. I'm trying to. I love to see Inside Out get a sequel. It's one of the few Pixar movies where I'm like, man, as like the kid grows older. I mean, I know they make a joke. Oh, what's this button? Puberty. Haha. It's like that would be fascinating. I mean, you could argue that's a little.
Doug, we have Turning Red for that.
I was gonna say you could argue a little bit of that, but I always like the idea of like other people's emotions like influencing another person's emotions, so it's almost like they're like, you know, shipwrecking them and like swinging in, like taking over the other emotions. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, I still feel like there's more you can do with this. That'd be very clever.
I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I'm just not into sequels that much. I'm like, I just like them to be one and done, and it's
so you want to see another Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
that was such a brother move.
That doesn't count. That's its own special thing because Spider-Verse is perfect and untouchable.
Oh, animation can't be special? Is that it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, it'll be exciting to see you finish Spider-Man tomorrow. It's a fantastic game. What do you plan on playing next? Star Wars? Or maybe Telltale's The Walking Dead?
Elden Ring.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
I think with Obi-Wan coming out especially, yeah.
Tenacious Lee. Oh, Tenaciously, I get it now. Thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. It's Lee from Con Bravo. Hope all is well. Would it be possible if you could review Disney's little-known VHS series called Sing-Along Songs for a future Disney-Cember video or NC review?
I mean, I do remember them. That's always what they put on in music class when they're like, we don't want to teach today. Just put on one of those Disney sing-along songs. They'll teach them music somehow. I don't think I have much to say about it. I mean, aside from the little music in the opening, it's time for sing-along. It's like, I don't know what I would comment on. It's just songs from the movies. So, yeah, I don't know what I would talk about.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you ever consider doing a Pirates month on NC? I would love to hear your thoughts on them, and there are enough to fill out an entire month.
Yeah, it was either that or Dark Knight month for this year.
One is good, and then it's diminishing returns.
So, yeah, it'll probably be next year, unless I can think of something else. But, you know, I think it's about good time to do it.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you know that who Talia al Ghul was before The Dark Knight Rises came out? According to your bum review of The Dark Knight Rises, you saw Talia as a new character, even though she's been around in the comics since the 70s.
it's Chester, and he's not always read up on the comic books. No, I knew it was you. I watched Batman the animated series. I mean, she's a pretty big character in that. But I will say this: when I first saw it, it's possible I missed that she said Talia, but I mean, I knew she was his daughter, so I mean, like, yeah, that might have just been a Chester thing.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, can you do a Bill Burr impression?
Oh, why the fuck you want to brush it a Bill Burr? Goddamn piece of shit. God fucking asshole. Shit. Fuck. God damn it, piece of shit. That's all I do. I just do foul mouth from Tiny 2.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite appetizers to order at a restaurant?
Man. No.
I'm a big pretzel person, like if they have a big pretzel or pretzel twists, or any kind of fried cheese. I love a good cheese curd, cheese stick.
I like bruschetta.
Ooh.
Get a little bit of that kind of garlic bread kind of hitting there. Start off.
Man, I'm trying to think. Because I used to love appetizers, and now I like almost never.
There's like the couple of the Italian places near us, they do something called a burrata e prosciutto, and it's like this hunk of mozzarella that's creamy on the inside, and you cut it open and all the milky creaminess spills out. Ooh. It's got like balsamic vinegar and bread and prosciutto and basil, and it's fucking amazing.
You know, it's gonna sound weird, I don't know if it counts, but a lot of times just the bread they serve before you eat, like if you get a restaurant that has really good bread, I'm like, I almost could just skip the meal because it's so good. There's so many restaurants that have like really good bread.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Speaking of Once Upon a Time, now that it's owned by Disney, would you ever do a Disney Semper for it?
Wasn't it always owned by
It was
Disney?
ABC. It's ABC, but ABC and Disney have always been parent. Yeah, ABC is the parent company.
Frozen season?
They did.
Like,
yeah, it's Disney. Yeah.
Frozen season was bad, by the way.
I'll have to see because there's a lot of them, right?
There's like 6 seasons, maybe.
How many episodes are in a season?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll have to see.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, since May the 4th, aka Star Wars Day, is on a Wednesday, could you do an NC for something Star Wars related? Maybe even Spaceballs?
I was gonna say Spaceballs would be kind of funny. I don't know if on a Wednesday.
What do you say about Spaceballs, though? It's already a comedy.
I don't know. I'm sure there's something. I mean, just be a fun joke, but I don't know. I'll look into it. Maybe I'll do the Ewok movies because I did grow up with those.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. What if in the Kenobi series, when he and Vader fight again, it's Vader gets the high ground and it's Kenobi narrowly escaping with his life?
I hear Hayden Christensen is coming back for that. So
he is. That's confirmed.
I'm really curious to see how his acting is in that, because it'd be pretty cool if he turned in a really good performance and it's like, it was Lucas, you know?
His acting is more man than machine now.
Yeah. So I'm really curious about that.
Reeves family, thank you so much for that 31-month subscription. Welcome back. Holy cow.
Welcome back.
31 months. Hey guys, just wondering, what did you guys think of the Riddler from the new Batman movie? Remember, no spoilers.
I liked him. I just didn't like the mask.
I thought it was great. I was just upset that he was Bruce's father. I thought that was a twist I didn't need.
I really liked it. The Zodiac Killer vibes I liked a lot.
Well, I think everybody wanted to see that, like in the Nolan movies. They assumed that was going to be the next one. And were kind of shocked when they didn't. So I'm glad he kind of took that ball and ran with it. But it wasn't a Nolan clone either. Mm-hmm. It really was kind of its own thing, too.
Yeah. Kiri Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Michael Caine and Andy Serkis happened to be the best Alfreds due to the fact they were not just Bruce Wayne's assistants, but more of a father figure. Secondly, I really hope they don't... Oh, I don't want to read the second part because it's a spoiler.
First of all, I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Alfred in
No.
anything. Alfred is always
No,
weirdly
the animated
good.
series one is amazing.
No, and
I
was
would
gonna say,
rank the animated series one higher than almost any of them.
I was gonna say, I feel like most of them have been father figures. The ones that are done best are usually kind of like
Michael Goff's was definitely.
Michael Goff, I thought very much like a father.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like a grandfather. I'll say that with Michael Goff. He was a little bit of a
Michael Caine in the middle of the series becomes almost like a partner. It's kind of weird. It's like I feel like he's really pushing him into the Batman thing for a little while there, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if a parent would do that. They might look at it as just like, really, you want to go out and get yourself killed? Okay.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. I think it's so weird we're getting a Garfield reboot with Chris Pratt while we still haven't had a third Bill Murray Garfield film. Therefore, I am making it a trilogy.
I'm okay with that.
I'll live.
It's like, that's the one upside, Chris Pratt being Garfield. Well, there's not another Bill Murray one coming. And he was a great choice for Garfield. They were just bad movies.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Apparently, the Madam Web film starring Dakota Johnson will be the Sony's Universe of Marvel Characters version of Doctor Strange. Thoughts?
I don't even think I know that character.
Madam Web, I don't know terribly too much about her because I don't read much
I don't either.
Spider-Man. But
the only thing I was like, is that the one from the Julie Taymor Turn Off the Dark? That was the only thing about. I don't think it is. I think that's a different one. It looks kind of. Oh, wait, I do kind of remember her from the cartoon. Okay, a little bit. I mean, she looks. Cinematically, this character would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know anything about her.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Controversial opinion. I don't think the acting in the Star Wars prequels trilogy is that bad. I feel Ewan McGregor was just asked to give a really restrained performance by the directors. It's a shame. Also, thoughts on the new Kenobi series soon.
I liked McGregor in the prequels.
He's about the one thing I do like.
Yeah, next to the
everybody
Emperor.
else is pretty bad.
Oh, come on, the Emperor's fun.
You know what? I thought the performance he gave in Return of the Jedi was amazing, and the scenery chewing, particularly in Revenge of the Sith, after a while, just kind of grated on me.
Oh,
But
I love it. I love it.
I know. Well, no, he knows much more that, unlike Jedi, where I think he was really giving it like a seriousness, he knows that he's in garbage. In Revenge of the Sith, he's like, I'm gonna go as over the top as I possibly
I don't know. I think he's having fun in Jedi. I'm afraid the shield will be operational. I mean, he's having
friends
fun.
arrive. Yeah, but it's still not like
it is
him,
creepy. It's legit creepy.
But it's still not him just going blah. Like that's literally what happens.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, since you are into watching College Humor's videos, was there a video of theirs that you didn't like or found the least funny? My least favorite College Humor video is a video called Cartoon Bears Are Still Bears.
I haven't
Actually,
seen that
I thought that one was funny.
I feel bad because it's the main thing they're doing now, and it's fine for what it is, but I don't get into the don't laugh news. I know that's like their main thing now. That's like what they do the most, but it just doesn't grab me. We suddenly became the Brady Bunch here. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Rob's camera disappeared for a second for some reason. All right, I got it. It's fine. We're good. Everything's fine.
You got it? We get all right.
Everything's great.
Sorry.
No, it was. I don't think it was your fault. It just like blinked away for a second, and it's fine. Everything's great.
How are you?
Situation normal. Talking of Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I have a hard time deciding which name drop was more insulting. The John Blake Robin in Dark Knight Rises or Rey Skywalker in Rise of Skywalker? What do you guys think?
The Robin, I think for me, just because like she chose that name at least, and I'm like, well,
and it's
like
the title, so it's like okay.
I can kind of see that. I don't like it, but like the Robin one was like.
He's not even a boy. He's like a grown man. Okay, he's like a little young, but he's not even like a.
Go by your middle. It felt so forced. Just go by your middle name, Robin. Like it's just like no, stop.
And that has you thinking like, because when he finds the Batcave, it's like, well, is he gonna get dressed up like Robin? Like I don't want to see that. That's weird.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you rank the Middle Earth saga?
So I assume we're talking about like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies.
I wouldn't. They're all one movie.
Even the Hobbit movies. I don't believe
No, that's
you would believe that.
that's a different one movie, and that one movie sucks.
I'd probably say Return of the King, Two Towers, unpopular opinion, The Hobbit, Fellowship, and then the other two.
Wow.
I didn't even see that. I really liked the first Hobbit.
Okay.
That
To
was
be
the
fair,
best.
that's not an unpopular opinion. That's a garbage opinion. The Hobbit higher than Fellowship of the Ring?
I saw it again on a plane, and I still really, really loved it. But I really like Middle Earth, so I like a movie that really takes its time and lets us really breathe in that world. And that one, you could argue, did too much, but I was okay with that. I mean,
You
to me,
are a
Fellowship
tool
was
of Sauron. Get out.
the other two I didn't care much for, the other two Hobbit movies.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, I must say that I am disappointed in your Dark Knight review. Not because it was bad, but because you didn't mention that Harvey interrogated Polka Dot Man, or that Gotham elected Senor Senior Jr. as mayor.
Wait. So the first one, that dude was Polka Dot Man? I didn't know that. Okay, all right.
No, Gotham elected Batman as mayor.
But who? Wait, is that also? Is that really the guy who did? Was it Senior Junior? Is that really the voice?
Nestor Carbondale is what they say. Carbonell? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm butchering that.
What's the name of the character? One more time.
Senor Senior Junior.
Yeah, that's from Kim Possible, right? Is he really the voice?
I didn't realize that was the same guy. I always remember him as Batman from the Tick.
Oh wait, no. Now there's a whole bunch of different things popping up. I will look that up later, because if so, that's really funny.
I always call him Mayor Guyliner in that movie.
Yeah, Senior Junior. Yeah. Oh, I had no idea he did them. Oh my God, that's so funny. That guy's very funny. He has a great comedic delivery.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Sup, Doug? I remember when Dark Knight Rises was in production that there was much speculation that the villains were going to be Harley Quinn and the Riddler to be played by Johnny Depp. What are your thoughts if that were to happen?
I remember hearing that about Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp maybe would have been okay, but I'm like, there's no reason to.
No one would have done Harley Quinn, yeah, especially after getting rid of the Joker. I mean, Depp.
The Riddler would have worked in a Mad Bomber kind of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Did the final trailer for Sonic 2 elevate your interest in seeing the film?
Honestly, yeah.
I think it looks like fun.
It really does, doesn't it?
That's what I want to see on the Sonic.
I see less James Marsden, and I'm like, good. Less shitty 90s road movie, more just wild, outrageous, imaginative.
More
Jim
robots,
Carrey doing
more
explosions.
creatures.
More of the Sonic universe. Like, aspects of that.
Temples, jewels, gems, Tails is flying a plane. I'm like, that's the shit I want to see. It looks like fun to me.
It still blows my mind. I'm like, if that's what Sonic fans wanted in the first movie, okay, but I still don't get how a crappy 90s road movie is. It's like, yes, finally the Sonic movie we deserve. It's like, okay.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. I liked your Dark Knight review, but one thing disappointed me. How come you didn't bring Melvin back?
Melvin, brother of the joke.
We're talking about, because I think there's enough to say about the Batman where I'll probably do a review of that. Maybe we can tie it in with the guy who really Melvin looks like me. Yeah, get Melvin back in there. Maybe he's the mastermind behind the whole thing. And he actually snuck his way into the movie, and that was actually me in there.
Our haters were saying that Melvin is our undisputed masterpiece, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
He should be our mascot.
Mumrar, thank you for the 50 bits. Does Channel Awesome have any Comic-Con appearances in the Midwest planned this year? Also, thoughts on the new Mike Myers movie, I'm gonna butcher this, the Pentaverate trailer?
I couldn't say it either. I read that word a couple times and I couldn't say it. We got C2E2 again. Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee. We're looking into Fan Expo Chicago. Looking into that.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, yeah, but that's like in November, I think, so that's a bit away. So quite a few, yeah.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. You know the best part about the Batman and Bane sewer fight? The silence. It was a great decision for Nolan to have no musical score during this because it definitely heightens the scene.
Oh, let's be honest, that could have been Hans Zimmer's decision too.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find a lot of composers will argue for silence sometimes because it really makes things more tense. My favorite, like that battle in the Hulking Ruins in that first Spider-Man movie, when there's no score for a while, then it comes back in. Or Star Wars, we forget there's a chunk of the Death Star run where there's no music. And then, like, I think Red Leader goes down or something, and all of a sudden the music kicks back in when Luke realizes, oh shit, I'm going to have to do this.
I'm still blown away by how well the car chase works in Dark Knight without music. Every time I watch it, man, was that brilliant choice. You so easily could have put music over that, but it's just so much more heart-pounding without it.
Neo Cluxer, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Honest Reviewer. Thank you. Appreciate that. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What did you think of Vigilante in Peacemaker? He's funny.
I enjoyed him for what he was.
Yeah.
Again,
not somebody I'd want to hang out with for more than 10 seconds, but it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Clemmer, thank you for the 100 bits. Box office bet. Do you think Sony's Morbius is going to be a hit or a miss?
I mean, one way or another, it sounds like it's going to be a miss. But if I had to guess with the box office, that'd be my guess. But I just don't think it's an idea people are into. I mean, Venom at least is a cool idea, and everybody knows that villain. I mean, I didn't even know Morbius was a
Who
Spider-Man
cares about
villain.
Morbius? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Jared Leto is not going to bring in.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure there's some fans out there, I care about Morbius, but like, who, as a whole, with just the very most basic, like, kind of comic book knowledge, your Joe average, like, cares about Morbius, so.
Yeah, absolutely. The Reeves family, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you guys see the Pinocchio trailer with Pauly Shore? And will you do a sibling rivalry when it comes out?
I'm really thinking about doing an NC review because that just went viral and it was making me laugh for how awkward it was.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, I might check it out because this is a weird year where we had
the poor man's David Spade, Pauly Shore.
Your Extra Joe, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey all, in regards to upcoming movies, I highly recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once when it comes out. It's a multiverse movie that goes absolutely bonkers, but also has a ton of heart and lovable characters. My favorite movie of the year so far.
It looked interesting.
And some people said it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those, and I did get a screener to it too. I was like, do I? And I'm looking at the stuff I gotta do. I'm like, I think I gotta pass on it. But I'll try to see it when it comes out, though.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Be honest, guys. If there's another Terminator movie and they bring back Robert Patrick as the T-1000, but as a hero, would it restore your faith in the franchise?
No.
I think that'd make it worse.
Yeah.
Everything about that, he doesn't. No disrespect to him, he doesn't look like the T-1000.
Yeah, the guy's
anymore.
old now.
It's a weird idea.
That's fine. I'm not saying he can't act anymore because he's old, but it's like cast appropriately, you know.
Yeah, no, he's still really.
He was great in Peacemaker, so yeah, no, I wouldn't want to see that.
Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you for the 100 bits. I saw the new Batman 2022 movie. Not only is it good due to Goth equals Gotham, but also the ending scene was very inspirational. Probably the best movie of 2022 so far. Sonic 2 I'm hyped for too.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I loved it.
And yeah,
Sonic 2 I'm a little more hopeful for now too. So
honestly, yeah.
That last trailer built a lot of goodwill in me. I'm hopeful.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Since there's going to be a Miles Morales game for the PlayStation, I decided to make a superhero game for the Xbox called Mathvius Ultra for the Xbox. The gameplay is similar to the Batman games. I wouldn't mind if Doug played it on PC for the Friday streams.
I mean, I think we're trying to do games more for like Disney December and stuff like that, but thank you so much, though.
Matt Hanna, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm so glad that the Lion King and Aladdin game added the Jungle Book. Boy, do I remember how hard that was.
I never did play that one. That was during that weird time where they were trying to make Disney games look kind of badass. I remember they did with that one. Then they did with some sort of Mickey game where they're like, no Minnie, no Goofy, no Donald, just Mickey. Like someone's
Mickey
gonna go,
goes
oh
to
shit,
hell.
got his day. It was really weird. Actually, that might be a fun commercial to look at for the commercial special because I do remember that. But yeah, so I never did play it. But I looked like another one that had hand-drawn animation. I never seen this one. I guess they did one for Pinocchio too. I just saw it randomly on YouTube, like a playthrough, and I was just like, I never knew this existed. Like this hand-drawn Super Nintendo Pinocchio game, and it was like beautifully animated. So it's like, yeah, I guess there's a lot of these games I didn't know existed.
Pat and Silva, thank you for the 50 bits. Well, I'll be. The whole crew is back. Lovely to see you guys. Gotta ask, any of you get a chance to watch Heart of Batman yet? Also, I'm stoked for the next 2 reviews coming up. That was the YouTube documentary I think they had recommended.
No,
I haven't. I'm sorry.
And
I keep forgetting.
I hear it's great too. Like I think Tom Ruger's in it. They got a lot of the original people in there and stuff like that. You know what it is too? I've seen so much of like the extra features on like the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. I feel like I've seen this, but I really should watch it, you know, because it's more updated and everything. So yeah, I should check it out, and maybe I'll like put it in favorites or something like that because I really should watch it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you considered doing Dude, Where's My Car for Freak Show Cinema?
You know, I've never seen it. Is it worth a Freak Show Cinema? I wouldn't think so, but maybe there's a lot.
You've never seen that movie?
No.
Huh.
I mean, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Sorry.
The pause before.
It's
all
fine.
right.
I mean, it's fine. I don't know what.
You know what it is? That was the punchline for a while. You know how everyone just sort of finds one thing to make a punchline for a bit? That was always a punchline. You know, the Oscar for Best Picture, Dude, Where's My Car? You know, oh, it's the writers of Dude, Where's My Car? You know, and all that stuff. So I just assumed it was bad, but it's funny. Maybe I'll check it out.
M. Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. Let the Right In, I feel, could be a fascinating choice for either Freak Show Cinema or Nostalgiaween. The only downside is that it's a foreign film.
Let the Right One In. Thank you so much.
Oh,
but
they didn't have that there.
I'm sure they meant to put it. Yeah, I see the original or the remake. Actually, I think I saw both. And I liked them both. I don't know what I would add to it though. I don't think I could bring much of a unique POV to it that would be that interesting. That like a million other critics haven't said already.
Talkative Carl, excuse me, thank you for the 50 bits. I think I'm the only one who thinks Ra's al Ghul is still alive in Nolan Batman trilogy, especially after that supposed hallucination. He finds out Bruce is in the pit and he sneaks in just to taunt Bruce. What do you guys think?
I just kill Bruce there.
I think you're taking something to see some hallucinations, but if that's your interpretation, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I definitely didn't get that. Though I did wonder at the end of the first film, were they building up like he got, because you don't see him die in it. So I was wondering if they were building something up there. But when Dark Knight came around, I'm like, no, they're not bringing him back.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. I recommended this to Rob last week, but there's an episode of The Simpsons from season 23 called Holidays of Future Past. It's my personal favorite episode after the Golden Age. It's hilarious, creative, surprisingly emotional. Highly recommend it.
I mean, I feel like I would have seen that one. Let me see if that's ringing a bell. Maybe I haven't. Okay, yeah, I don't recognize this one. Okay, I'll check it out.
Ian Tari, thank you for the 100 bits. Sorry, I lost track for a second. Doug, I have an idea for Freak Show Cinema. There's an animated show you can watch on YouTube called Making Fiends. It's dark and twisted, but also funny and charming. It's an interesting story and following that's very underrated. I know it's a show, not a movie, but the whole show makes up about 2 hours and it's something different.
Okay, well, I mean, it says here it's a Nickelodeon show. Is that what they said, or they say YouTube show?
They said YouTube, Making Fiends.
Let me see if there's I may just get the Nickelodeon one. I'll try to check it out.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. We just saw Metallica in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, which was freaking awesome, obviously, and a band called Ice9 Kills opened for them. They are an awesome metal band whose songs are all about classic horror movies, and it's fantastic. If you haven't heard of them, I highly recommend.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, let me see. Sometimes
Ice9 Kills.
Yes, sometimes I don't recognize a band until I see them. No, not ringing a bell, but they do look pretty cool. Yeah, oh my god, it's like Freddy Krueger and Jason and stuff. Oh, I'm totally down for this. Yeah, I gotta check these guys out.
Oh, and someone specified in chat, Making Fiends was originally on YouTube, but then picked up by Nickelodeon, but then canceled.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, yeah, I'll try to check it out.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Seeing how Heath Ledger's Joker is widely considered to be the best DC movie villain, who would you say is the best Marvel movie villain of all time? This doesn't have to be just MCU, you can also include X-Men and Sony Spider-Man villains. I mean, isn't it just Thanos?
Kevin Bacon. And I don't mean the character he played in X-Men First Class. I just mean Kevin Bacon.
Actually, he is really good. It's funny. I do forget about him as a villain every time you bring him up. I'm like, oh yeah, oh my god, he was so good. I'll still probably say Thanos. Yeah. Again, after seeing Infinity War again, I'm just like,
also,
god, he was so good.
Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. That dude just made me laugh every second he was on screen. It was like just so ridiculously like over the top.
Yeah, that's a troll villain. We're talking about like actual villain.
Troll villain counts?
Sure.
Come on. When he starts dancing and he's just like, what are you doing? Did you not laugh?
I giggled a little.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. I'm so happy that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 actually looks like a Sonic movie. Not that I hated the first film, but I didn't need to be a road trip movie. Jim Carrey was great, though.
Don't say that. The fans will kill you.
Yeah. Barry, have your address. They're coming for you. No,
couldn't agree more.
No, would be in my head the way. Oh, it'd be cool if it played out like this. I don't know what's gonna happen though. It'd be cool if people saw this and they sort of did like what they did with Thor: The Dark World, where they were like, "That was really good," and I'm like, "What?" And everyone's like, "Shut up, Doug." And then they saw Ragnarok and they're like, "That was really good. Fuck The Dark World."
Yeah, I'm hoping that, yeah. Because the first Sonic movie is not good.
and
I'm hoping this one's a lot better. I have way more faith in this one.
I do not dislike the first one, but I don't like it either. It didn't do anything.
Bland.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. While we're at it, who do you think would be a good voice for Garfield? My pick would be Nick Offerman. Mine is the same.
Oh.
Yeah. This is not true. This is not true at all because I've said this before on stream and people are like, wow, that's true. And I'm like, no, it's not true at all. I have a theory in my head that probably is not true, that someone just told an intern, get that guy from Parks and Rec to voice Garfield.
Yeah.
They got Chris
I can see that.
He even looks like Garfield the more
Nick
like, he has
Offerman?
the exact face. Wow, I never thought about that. With that said, I remember when Lorenzo Music passed away and they still had to do cartoons. Whoever the replacement voice was good. It really sounded like him. So I'm fine with that. But now you mention it, Nick Offerman would be pretty cool. Like I said, I mean, you could just practically CG the face on him because he already looks like him so much.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Everyone says that Riddler suit, Poison Ivy, Man-Bat, etc. can't fit in Matt Reeves' Batman universe, but if the Gotham TV series can make it work with a smaller budget, there's no reason it can't work. I definitely want to see Matt Reeves bring Clayface from Batman, the animated series, to life.
I think almost anybody can work. Freeze is the only one that really sticks out to me as like.
I don't know. You think Clayface can work? In there? I don't know. I feel like
I think depending on how you do it, it could work. The problem with Freeze is just like you got the suit, you got the freeze gun. It's kind of beyond cartoony, and I don't know how you get around that. Whereas the other ones, I feel like there's ways to get around it.
Yeah, the Riddler, I feel like you could do at least like cover the top half of the face and leave the bottom half, you know, like in terms of the costume and stuff like that. And like I said, I just didn't like the whole thing covered, especially when the mystery is not who is the Riddler. I mean, that's not, it's not a mystery you can figure out. It's not like they present this cast of characters and which one is it, you know? So to me, it's
well,
just
they
like,
waited so long
point.
to reveal his real face too, where I'm just like, was this supposed to be a mystery, like about who this guy is? And like, I don't know, why is this coming so late? But
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm not gonna lie, after seeing a rumored plot leak from the Mario movie, which I won't show, I'm even more excited than I am now. I mean, Jack Black singing a villain song? That's a match made in heaven.
I'm game.
I'm all down for it. And that's the one thing when I heard Jack Black was Bowser, I'm like, okay, at least we'll get a fun song out of it.
Right? Yes. Reeves family, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you know that they remade Under Wraps, the Disney Mummy movie, and they only have the remake on Disney Plus, not the original?
Oh, that's a shame. I did hear they remade it. I didn't know they only have the remake. That's a shame. Though I haven't seen the remake, but I thought the original was a lot of fun.
Cypher, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you ever listen to the Anchorman DVD commentary? It's one of the best commentaries of all time.
No. Maybe I should.
Yeah, I'll check that out. That sounds pretty funny.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. I appreciate the awesome comics and coffee every Saturday at noon. I live in the Southeast. Since Saturday morning cartoons are done and there's no college sports in the summer, I'm glad there's a stream where viewers can chat comics, TV, movies, and occasionally make Heather laugh.
Yeah, we'll be your cartoons, man.
Thank you, appreciate that. DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. So there are YouTube channels out there that animate sketches from ASDF movie videos, steamed hams, and even, no joke, Wilkins coffee commercials with VeggieTale characters. It's as hilarious as it sounds.
If you don't drink Wilkins, you don't have a future.
Cool, I'll try to check them out.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Doug, have you finally seen the epic season 2 finale of Rebels?
I've seen the first episode of it. And it's already a great cliffhanger. I'm just like, oh shit, I can't wait for part 2. So yeah, probably hopefully tomorrow I'll see it. So maybe you can ask me at the Spider-Man stream what I think of it. So yeah, but looks like it'll be good.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather and Rob, if you can make a Space Jam movie, but with anime characters, what athlete and sport would you choose? I would pick Rashad Evans and the UFC.
I know the sport would be either mecha basketball or mecha soccer.
No. It's got to be mecha baseball, and you get Bat Boy from Paranoia Agent.
Yeah, I was gonna say baseball, but baseball's a boring sport. So
Bat Boy.
I know it would be nice to have
Slugger,
Bat Boy from Paranoia Slugger, yeah, or Shonen Bato in Japanese. Yeah, no, all right. I go Shonen Bato, but baseball, but it's got to be some crazy version of baseball. Like they just break the rules all the time, like the soccer game in Ben Knobs and Broomsticks. They just break the rules. Right, it's anything goes.
Hear me out. Get the creator of Yuri on Ice to do a Yuzuru Hanyu anime where it's just Yuzuru Hanyu teaching characters how to skate. I think that'd be great. Figure skating? Can you imagine fucking Shinji doing a figure skating routine? Let's go.
Get on the goddamn ice, Shinji.
Get on the ice, Shinji.
Again, Lil Slugger would be great. He can already skate on rollerblades. He can skate on ice.
But I want it animated by the people who did like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. Like that's what we need. If it's gonna be crazy, you got to go all out. Studio, who does that? It's not Gainax, is it?
Trigger? Is Trigger Gainax?
Trigger Studio, yeah. Trigger, yeah. Get Trigger to do it.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 117 bits. Hello and happy St. Patrick's Day to one and all. I've been watching Luck of the Irish, and I'm planning to watch Darby O'Gill. Aaron Gobra, thanks for introducing me to Darby because of Disneycember. I love it.
I love that movie. Go watch it on
Disney
Disney Plus, though.
Yeah, that's fun. I forgot how fun that movie is. And the effects are weirdly good in it, too. Yeah, I should check that out again.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, will you review the Vin Diesel film known as The Pacifier, the Jackie Chan film Around the World in 80 Days, Flora and Ulysses, a film about a superhero squirrel, and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves for Disney-cember?
I might do Around the World because I've heard so many mixed things, mostly bad, but I mean, I've heard some mixed things about it. I've always been a little curious about it. The others don't interest me too much, though I have gotten some requests for Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, so maybe I'll check it out.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. I remember your top 11 list of favorite Simpsons episodes. Are there any episodes you wish you had included or came close to putting on the list?
I remember there was a one of the recent seasons they had a parody of Christmas rom-coms, which was about a director producer going to film a Christmas rom-com in Springfield, and a Christmas rom-com happens. Like it's done in that style, and it is so clever and it is so funny. It's one of those where it's like, yeah, I might watch this every year around Christmas now because it's just so clever.
That's the one you showed me, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. I'm like, no, some of these are actually pretty good. I'm like, let me show you this one. Yeah, I think you were like, yeah, that was really good.
Psychotic Yoshi, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what are your thoughts on the Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn film Swingers?
I remember liking it. I don't remember loving it, but
I enjoyed Swingers.
The scene.
My wife introduced me to that movie. Actually,
the scene that's so painful. Again, without going into spoilers, it's just the phone call, and you know what I'm talking about with that scene, where it's just like, oh, I can't watch it. Like I really can't watch it. It is so difficult to watch. Just see this terrible thing happen. But yeah, it is. I do like that movie.
Modica, thank you for the 50 bits. Fun fact, aside from Mad Max Fury Road, where she doesn't really appear in the clips, your Reindeer Games video was the first NC review of a Charlize Theron movie. Any notable actor that hasn't appeared on the show yet and you would like them to? Like
I was gonna say Orson Welles, but he was in the Transformers animated movie.
No, we never did that one though.
So we didn't. I guess Orson Welles.
Yeah, do we really never do Orson? Yeah, actually, that's a little weird. We never did do Steven Seagal. I don't know. I guess some of the other we did do Carrot Top with the one movie he did. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's others, but those are the ones I can think of right now.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I like Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, and I've read a lot of her comics. First, in the trailer, the studios clearly are trying to distance themselves from the Inhuman show. Being an Inhuman is part of her origin, you can use her to soft reboot Inhumans. Second, changing her powers so people won't confuse her for Mr. Fantastic is dumb.
What is her power in the show, then?
Yeah, I guess I didn't notice this. Other people were saying that it looks like it's like almost like Green Lantern constructy, where
it was glowing. I do remember that. Like it's because that's the big thing. Anytime I see her, it's like she has the really big fist. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
And she had here, but you're right, it was glowing green. So maybe they're doing something a little different with it. I didn't know there was a connection to Inhumans. So that's interesting. If they're gonna.
She's an Inhuman, but I mean she doesn't. I mean, I don't think she's directly connected to the show. It just could be a soft reboot of that.
Yeah, I never did see the show, so I don't know.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. So, Rob, are you almost done with the anime I recommended Now and Then, Here or There yet? Or Here and There, sorry, yet. Hopefully you'll finish it. Also, hope you do get a physical copy soon so you can enjoy the OG Japanese.
Jesus Christ. I love how it's just become this killing spree ending. So, the second to last episode, I'm just like, well, they're all gonna die. Yeah, it's definitely an anime I'm never gonna forget. I can tell you that. But yeah, I've got one more left. I should be watching it this coming Monday. So, fingers crossed.
And Tari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I've really enjoyed Dark Knight Month so far. I've started watching Batman the Animated Series to get me in the mood. As a Batman fan, I feel so ashamed I didn't watch this years ago. What I've watched so far, it's becoming one of my new favorite Batman stories.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And it really is a show that changed everything. Like every drama action. Do we lose Rob?
No, he's
okay,
back.
It's okay.
He's back.
Every like dramatic animated show, comic book show, anything like that, now tries to be Batman the Animated Series in one way or another, pretty much, whether it's style or storytelling or whatever. Yeah, and just, I mean, I've gone on and on about how great it is. I could just talk forever about it. So, yeah, there's just a lot of great stuff you're going to see.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. Have either of you watched the new show Around the World in 80 Days starring David Tennant? It's nothing fantastic, but the lead actors are charming and have good chemistry. I'd personally recommend it, although I know you said you're only interested in watching great shows, Doug.
I mean, yeah, you kind of said it. Oh, yeah, is that good?
That description was pretty apt. It's like, well, it's nothing great. It's all right. I'm not a huge, like, I love the author's works, but Around the World in 80 Days was never a favorite of mine. So already I'm not a huge fan of the story. I will say, like, even already in episode 1, I'm like, holy shit, they took giant liberties with the story. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be like...
Spaceship, this is weird. It's like cheating.
No, it's just like, because if you read the book, it's like, yeah, problematic. So they changed a whole bunch of things, and I normally don't care. It's just that I feel like if you're going to change things, then make it a better story. And to me, a lot of it's just a lateral move. So it's all right. There wasn't as much David Tennant as I thought. It seems more about, I can never pronounce his name right, Pespartout. So yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, it's unlikely I'll find time, but I will do my best.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever seen the Korean movie Old Boy? Are you a fan of foreign cinema in general, like Bollywood movies or French cinema?
I was a big fan more in the past when I was younger, like high school and college days, but I just haven't had time to watch it. But I have heard of Old Boy. I hear it's great, but I have not seen it. But
I was a huge fan of Afghanistan animation, but don't see that much anymore.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Do people behind this project realize how many heroes have similar powers? Wolverine, Deadpool, Peter, Miles, Professor X, Jean, Cap, Bucky. They're worried about confusion, but Marvel Disney is giving Kamala Green Lantern constructs? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's so like more energy based or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
She looks too much like Mr. Fantastic. People just see them together. It's like, which one's which?
Which one's which?
One has white on the sides of their hair, and the other.
Oh, that's
so you
right.
tell them
That's
apart.
right. I gotta remember that. Yeah, thank you.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen Sonic for Hire? It's where Sonic gets jobs in other video games. What they do with the iconic games is insane. Characters like Mario is a mob boss who traffics mushrooms, and Kirby is a psycho who loves to kill. It's basically Always Sunny with video game characters.
I have. It's very funny. That's Dorkly, right? Who does that? I haven't seen his stuff in forever. I gotta watch him again. Yeah, his stuff is so funny. Yes, I've seen quite a bit of it, and I think it's very, very funny.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever review B-Movie and Blank Man? I love B-Movie, but I was wondering what about Blank Man made you love it?
So goofy, Blank Man.
Yeah, no, I like it.
It's just the right amount of dumb. Sometimes you just hit that magic, like it's just a certain groove of just the perfect amount of dumb, and Blank Man is that.
It's one of those times, if you ever see the Siskel and Ebert review, I feel like they just nailed it perfectly. Like they just were kind of laughing while talking about it, but just like, how can you not laugh at this? Come on. Like this is...
It threads the needle of stupid perfectly.
Yeah, but it's also kind of charming and enjoyable. Yeah, so I like it. B-Movie, it's funny because you can kind of blame the dislike button for this. I was going to talk about the hate around that movie and like studying the hate and everything, but then they got rid of the ratio, the dislike ratio, and that ruined a lot of things because just the clips had like half and half like and dislike, and that would have played such a big part in, what is about this movie and the memes and the, and like, trolls for beginners, kind of thing and stuff like that. And but they got rid of that. So I kind of put it on hold. Don't worry,
you got the Seinfeld Pop-Tart movie coming out. You can review that.
He is trolling Hollywood. He is
totally
trolling
he's
Hollywood.
trolling.
Yeah, and
both of those are troll movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I still enjoy the movie. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, you and I disagree. I don't think it's a troll movie. I just
movie.
don't think it's very good.
No, I love that it does whatever it wants. You don't know where it's going. It's a whole bunch of dad jokes. The B. Larry King thing, I think, is one of the funniest things ever done.
I don't like the way she stares at that bee. I don't want to be judgmental, but it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, I do have some lines I draw.
Pat and Zoa, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, I had no idea that Daggett was even in Dark Knight Rises. I think I mentally blocked that movie. Lol, such a freaking waste of a great Batman villain. I said the same about Mr. Freeze. Thank Christ for Batman the Animated Series for doing him so great.
Yeah,
Daggett's an amazing character in the animated series. He's my favorite villain.
And when I saw him in the movie, I was just like, wait, he was in this? I totally, same thing, I blocked him out. And then when I see how they did him, I mean, it's just like, oh, what's going on here? You don't know anything. Where's Bane? That's my favorite line from him. Where's Bane? I'm like, oh my God, what a waste of a great character.
The scariest villains to me are the ones like Shrek is another one of my favorite villains in Batman
Max
Returns.
Shrek. We should make that.
Yeah, Max Shrek. Yeah, Max Shrek, because I'm like, he's really the one who kickstarts everything in that movie, and he's kind of like the puppet master. So villains like that, I just adore.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. To me, I like the Sonic movie not because it had a good plot, but because it set up some fantastic ideas.
You can do that and also be a good movie.
I'll say this. One of the really cool
You can do
things,
that without having to drive in a car for an hour in your picture.
Yeah, but I will say this. When they did the redesign, it was cool to see the redesign, but there was something cool about sitting down in a movie theater and just there's Sonic. Like, he looks like Sonic. He sounds close enough to Sonic. He's going fast and everything. It was just like, all right, like this is giving me a little bit of the chills. It's just neat seeing Sonic on the big screen, looking exactly how he should. You know what I mean?
And then James Marsden enters the frame, and I'm like,
I mean, that's where I don't care. But sometimes I can see why people kind of gave it a pass. It's like, no, I kind of get it. It does bring back like a lot of good memories, The one thing I want to see with the Sonic 2 movie, you remember the Sonic 2 game where they had the giant 2 and there's Sonic and Tails and Robotnik's like peeking behind the 2? I wish they would do that for the poster with Jim Carrey peeking behind it. That's the one thing where I'm just like, oh, I feel like they're missing a great opportunity with that because I really remember that cover.
Tapid, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, there's also a 45-minute documentary of the making of Turning Red on Disney Plus that I'd recommend that expands upon the film's lore.
I might, yeah. I think I saw that. I think we were gonna watch it right after that, but we still had a little bit of jet lag and stuff. So
they should call it Turning Red, the Culture War story.
But yeah, so I haven't seen that yet, but I might, like I said, I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe I should watch that as well. It might be interesting, but yeah, I'm really curious to see what I think of it a second time.
Doug, they're all saying that they did that as the poster.
Yep.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's the new poster, Doug.
Holy shit, that's awesome!
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I gotta see holy shit, that's fantastic! I'm sorry. I was just saying that over and over, like, why haven't they done it? What missed potential?
It's good to know Doug won't be a biased source when he does that.
That one.
You literally turned into Fry from Futurama. Shut up and take my money!
100%. That is just, no, because that, like, when I think of the 90s, that cover is one of the first things that pops in my head is the cover to that game. So seeing that's, I love that.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, do you think Pokemon Legends Arceus was just a test run for the real game's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Yes. I would say yes, considering how fast they announced Scarlet and Violet. I think they just wanted to see how the Pokemon fans would react to this, like, new way that Pokemon games would play. Because Pokemon fans can be very hard to please. I don't know if you know that, but Pokemon fans are a little rabid sometimes.
Ghostbusters fans, or Star Trek fans, or
all of them.
Okay, just real quick. They have other pictures under the Sonic poster. So one of them is that they took No, just they took the Sonic face from the first poster, the Sonic 2 poster, and they replaced it with the original design with the human teeth. It's really funny.
I love that. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. So, have any of you seen Turning Red yet? I have seen it twice and plan to watch it again. I think it's now in my top 5 favorite Pixar movies. Will there be a Doug reviews soon of the movie?
I'm definitely going to do a Disney sim, bro. I'll have to see about the Doug reviews because I do want to see it again. Because I was mentioning earlier, I did not get into the first 2/3 of it. I thought it was very annoying and kind of grating. It was too fast paced and I couldn't get into it. But the ending I thought was just, not even ending, last third, spectacular. Like, so some of Pixar's best. So I want to see it again and see if that first 2/3 is going to change now that I know what the ending is going to be.
I have to see it. I heard there's a lot of anime references in it, so that's probably up my alley.
I think you'll like it.
All this Twitter garbage just sucks the life out of me, where I'm just like, God, nothing makes me want to see a movie less than people arguing over said fucking movie.
Right.
So, but yeah, I definitely sometime this week I'm going to see it.
And
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, even if there's people that like, don't get into the style like I do, I'm still recommending it. It's just so worth it for that last. Would you say the last third is the best part, Heather, or would you say there's other better parts?
Yeah, I really liked the end. The ending, yeah, I would definitely agree, is the last third, the last act is the best part for sure.
Yeah, it's not even the ending, it's like the last third. It just, everything, it just hits a perfect mark and it's just so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if I watch it again, I think the same thing. I'm still going to say go see it because it's totally worth it for that alone.
Yeah. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you nervous for the new Haunted Mansion movie reboot? Just to clarify, it stars Owen Wilson, Tiffany Haddish, and Danny DeVito, and is written by the writer of Ghostbusters 2016. I don't know about you, but I totally see the Haunted Mansion movie we deserve.
I saw that Haunted Mansion movie with Owen Wilson. It was called The Haunting.
Yeah. Oh, man. We're David Del Toro, we have him to blame. He was going to make a movie and he backed out.
You're the best of us. You're the chosen one.
I'll say this. It'll be pretty impressive if they can pull out a really great movie out of that. Because that is like so many steps against it. Like that, none of that sounds like that's what the Haunted Mansion is. But man, how amazing would it be if they just make like a spectacular film out of it? I'll wait and see. Doesn't sound that good. It sounds about as good as having Chris Pratt as Mario,
Yanzu, thank you for the 100 bits. Any opinions on the movie Nobody from 2021? I saw it very recently and greatly enjoyed it, but I don't know if it was because I saw it while intoxicated with my brother.
So that's the Better Call Saul dude, right? Yeah. I hear it's fun. I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's a John Wick ripoff, right? Bouncer's the same writer as John Wick, but I hear it's a lot of fun. But no, I have not seen it.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Are coming of age stories getting stale? Because we've been getting a lot of those recently, like Turning Red, Miss Marvel pretty soon, and Adam Project.
Are comedies getting stale? Are dramas getting stale?
I mean, yeah, you can kind of say
movies,
that with anything.
sci-fi?
It's just a genre.
Yeah, it's a genre, and it's one of the most basic kind of genres you can get. So I don't think that's the problem.
I'll say this: doing
I'm
something.
fine with them.
Well, I'll say this: I love the idea of Turning Red, and like I said, I think the last third it just comes through big time. So I like the idea of doing a come of age story, but adding a fun twist on it like that, I think it's really, really clever. And using analogies and stuff like that. Oh, this can kind of represent this. So honestly, even if you're you don't get into the movie or whatever, I still think that's a great idea. That's a very clever idea. So yeah, I think they nailed it. It's like any other genre. It's there's good ones and bad ones.
Yeah.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you play Spider-Man Miles Morales after Jedi Fallen Order? They have completely different stories, but I think Morales is easier.
Maybe. I think we got our game list mostly set up, but we'll see. And for all we know, maybe we'll finish them early and do something like that. I don't know.
We'll see. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you guys seen Train to Busan? I just saw a few days ago and I cried. It's such a great movie. I'm dying to see Parasite by the same director.
No, but I hear it's great.
I have. It's a really good movie. Parasite's good too.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. I know you weren't a fan of Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes, but what did you think of Maggie Gyllenhaal in that role?
Better.
I thought she looked like she could, in theory, be an assistant district attorney. Katie Holmes just look. I'm just like, no, I can't buy it.
Yeah, it is.
If she was anything else other than a lawyer, maybe. But I was just like, no.
No, I don't think she was that bad. But yeah, we always. I mean, now he looks older, but for years we called it the DiCaprio effect. He just looked way too young.
She looks like she's trick or treating. You know, I'm an assistant district attorney, and
but the actual performance, the actual performance I didn't think was bad, but I think you pointed out, Rob, like she really does smirk a lot of times when she
smiles so much in that movie. I don't think she has a functioning central nervous system. It's always just really, Bruce. Like that's like every scene is like that.
When she says your father will be ashamed of you, and she's still kind of
she's
smirking.
Smiling
like,
this your is a little father weird. Would be ashamed of you. Oh, you. I'm like, what the fuck kind of performance is this?
Rod's Variety, thank you so much for that 29-month subscription. Welcome back. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. I suggested Dude, Where's My Car for Freak Show Cinema because it's fucking insane. It goes from two stoners looking for their cars to them trying to save their girlfriends from a cult of nerds to them saving the world from a giant Rosario Dawson with the help of two Arnold Schwarzenegger clones. You'd literally have to be high to understand it.
I was not aware that was the plot. All right, I'll look into it. I suppose it's essential cinema in one way or another.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. What movie would you say, more than any other, was worse than how you remember it when you reviewed it again for the NC? What about the reverse, a film that was hugely better than you remembered it initially?
That's happened once or twice, but I'm blanking.
Justice League. I remember that movie being okay, and then when I saw it again, I'm like, this is bad. This is really bad.
No, that was worse. I'm trying to think of one that like, I remember this being bad, and this is better than I remember.
Oh, you know what? The commentary in Batman Forever was weirdly spot on. Like that predicted the future somehow.
Yeah. No, actually, Batman Forever overall, I thought like aged better. Like it's still got a ton of problems, but it aged better. Yeah, but it aged a lot better than I thought it would. And there are moments in there where I'm like, God, there's a really good serious movie trying to get out of this. And then Tommy Lee Jones runs around and goes, ho, ho, ho.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, I have bad news. I used the Snapchat filter on your face when I paused one of your reviews, and let's just say, I know what your baby face looks like.
No matter what filter you put on my face, mine is always going to be scarier, so don't worry.
Better than knowing what his O face looks like.
Oh, God. DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. So, anyone seen the new Proud Family show on Disney Plus? Honestly, I'm kind of mixed on it. The Gen Z slang is kind of cringy, and one of the new characters is irritatingly inconsistent. But when it's funny and or heartwarming, I thought it worked pretty well.
That's always Disney's problem, though. Like anytime, like that's why the 90s Disney, a lot of it just bombs for me, is like whenever they try to be hip, it's so cringy. Like it's so bad, but if they just try to do their own thing, it like comes off way better. So I didn't see the Proud Family originally, and I haven't seen the new one, but like I mean, I hope it's good. From what I hear, the original Proud Family's good. So
I saw the movie. I had to do that for the movie was weird, but it was imaginative. It was very, very imaginative, and I really like the animation style because it looks like it didn't have a ton of money put into it, but they kind of use it. It's kind of like anime where they'll have those really clever poses where it looks like they're moving more than they really are, and I love animation that can do that. So I've always been interested to check it out, but I never had a chance to.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. Have either of you seen the documentary called I Know That Voice? It's essential to watch if you are a voice actor fan. Jess Harnell tells a very funny story about meeting an Animaniacs fan part way through. I can't recommend it more.
I'll have to look it up.
I think because I either saw the trailer or no, I saw this. Yeah, I did really enjoy this. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Kat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm sure you're all Batmaned out over the last few weeks, but a book that I think will be right up your alley, Doug, is called Batman the Phantom City Creative Collection. It's a book full of artwork based on the animated series show titles. The one for Almost Got Him is my favorite, which is why I saved up and bought it.
Yeah, what's it called again?
Batman the Phantom City Creative Collection.
I might have this because there's an artwork by yes, I do have they're like posters for the episodes, and they are spectacular. Yeah, I like that shit is right up my. That's like the best of DeviantArt, pretty much. I know we always make jokes about DeviantArt, but like this is like when you see those artists that do like an interesting spin on something, it's like, oh, it's so cool. I do have that book and I love it. Anyone that hasn't seen it, check it out.
Best of DeviantArt, so a lot of tentacles.
Yes.
Mr. This Charming Man, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, you guys. When you hear Dennis the Menace, you probably think of, hi, Mr. Wilson. But did you know we have our own Dennis the Menace here in Britain who debuted at the exact same time as the American one?
Is it the same name? Dennis?
Only he's Dennis the Mild Inconvenience. And he adds unnecessary U's and O's to words.
Yes, I actually have seen this character before. Yeah, you know, that's so funny because I thought it was just like a variation on the same character, but it wasn't really just coincidence.
I don't know.
Yeah, it says it was a coincidence. Weird. Like even as a slingshot and everything, huh?
Dennis, the unorthodox rapscallion.
Gosh darn it, Rob. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if this is a spoiler or not. No, it's not. Sorry. My brain misread this, and it's not a spoiler even in the slightest. Thank you for the 50 bits, Talkative Carl. The scene in Batman Returns, where Catwoman's scream shattered the glass, it's more impactful if you recall that's the third time a man pushed her off the building, and the greenhouse glass represents her mind breaking.
Oh yeah, no,
I actually caught that. Yeah, no, that's I love that. It's like kind of like mirror shattering too. Yeah, I love how many times she gets pushed off a roof in that movie.
I got 7 lives.
That movie's so amazing.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Not gonna lie, after seeing First Class again, I feel like most of the performances, except for Emma Frost, she's just so bland. They like most of those performances.
I don't disagree. I feel like she's the one kind of weak thing in the movie, but she is kind of like side villain.
Emma Frost is a cool. You know what it is? If all the other some of the other X-Men characters weren't sidelined already, I'd be more upset because she is a really cool character. To me,
but
it's like I'm just used to it by this point.
She functions as henchman. That's her role in the movie, and so therefore, while I find it kind of bland, I'm like, well, I'm not too offended because it's just kind of a thankless henchman role.
Didn't you see the Kim Possible movie Henchwomen?
I'm sorry, henchwomen. Sorry.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Marvel villain who was the big bad for 2 films do you like more? Josh Brolin as Thanos or Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin?
Thanos. Though I was really impressed.
Because
how Dafoe
you had to CGI Brolin's face to get him to look like that. That is pure Dafoe in both those movies.
Well, the one without the mask. Yeah. No,
There's no CGI that can match what Dafoe does to his own fucking face.
I'm only going with Thanos because that's 2 movies where he was legit pretty creepy, and Dafoe, it's really just 1 movie, but he's very entertaining in both.
How dare you? What about my generous proposal?
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you ever watched a show called Moral Oral? Also, what would you say is the worst Simpsons episode ever? And by extension, what is the worst comedy film you've ever seen? Just no laughs at all.
Moral Oral was amazing.
Yeah, with the original Moral Oral, with Davy and Goliath, right? Yeah, we grew up with that, so that was pretty funny.
You used to have to watch that in Sunday school. Ugh.
I can't say which Simpsons is the worst, but I can say the one where I said, all right, the moment where it lost me, because everybody has a moment where it kind of lost them. And it was the one where I think Marge is a realtor, and I got the joke. I got what they're trying to do, but Milhouse's father is driving saying, I wanted this taco cut. And the idea is they're supposed to go across this piano wire that's supposed to cut the taco.
Yeah.
But instead it cuts his arm off. Now I got it. That's an obvious joke, but I'm like, this isn't the Simpsons anymore. They're only going for the jokes now, kind of thing.
The two for me that stuck out is one, Bart and Lisa built this giant like cardboard fort in their backyard, and it's like, look out, bullies, look out this, and one of them shouts, Lisa shouts, look out, Nazgul, and then ring wraiths come flying in, and I'm just like, it's funny enough, but I'm like, that's a Family Guy joke. What universe are we in now? But well before that, I don't even remember the context of the episode, which probably tells you a lot, but they used to do these like, well, we got to have a celebrity guest. And at one point, it was just the laziest thing I ever saw. It's just the plot was going nowhere. It was meandering. And then they're walking through downtown Springfield in the middle of the street. And Homer just shouts, hey, it's you two. They're just there playing music. And I'm like, wow, you guys didn't even try with that. I'm like, I'm done.
Reeves family, thank you for the 50 bits. Were you guys happy? Oh, sorry, were you guys happy when Willem Dafoe destroyed the mask in Spider-Man No Way Home? I mean, he looked fucking crazy when Peter was punching him and he was just laughing.
I applauded.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to stand up and they'd go, yeah, finally.
I'm watching that.
Power Rangers, man.
Yeah, I was watching that like, are we doing this? Are we really doing this?
Are we finally free?
That's probably even more than the other cameos. That's probably the part where I got the most excited. No, that, and then when I saw him with the purple hoodie on, I'm like, oh, I know what they're gonna do.
I know. And it works because he's creepy looking and he looks like a homeless person.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Heather, have you seen the cut green dress scene from Tick Tick Boom they released today? I have not, but that sounds like something I need to look up ASAP. I will do that.
For like the movie or what?
Yeah. Like they cut a song.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. Your Batman Begins review gave me a new appreciation. Why can't I say that word right now? Appreciation. For Nolan's Batman. It's easy to write Batman as violent and brooding, but Nolan remembered Batman is motivated by his compassion for victims of crime.
Yeah, and with both those Begins and Dark Knight, watching it again, I'm just like, man, the work they must have done to try and just like cover every corner, like every angle, to be like, yeah, this maybe can happen, or ethically this makes sense, or this all kind of comes together and everything works together, and it almost all works. There's still one or two little tidbits I feel like that didn't quite tie up, but most of them hit and worked out surprisingly really well, which is why I think when Dark Knight Rises came, I'm kind of like, you know what, they did the other one so well. Watching them again, I'm like, I think this was bound to happen at some point. They were just so, wound up on the technicals and making sure everything was kind of tied up and worked and stuff like that. I think he kind of lost the humanity and the logic to it. But watching them again, I was really impressed with the writing of a lot of it.
We're going to need to pick up the pace just a little bit. Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey, Doug, so back to the same question. What do you think so far about Star Wars Rebels Season 2? And when can we expect a review? P.S. Love and support to the Ukraine.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think tomorrow I'm watching the last episode of Season 2. So sometime after that. And the episode before it was pretty intriguing. It's a good cliffhanger, too.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Being a Cali boy my whole life, I grew up surfing but never had a movie about surfing as a kid. And when I finally got one, it was Surf's Up. And God help me, I kind of like it. Lol. Have you seen it? Thoughts?
No surf ninjas? Bend your knees. Use your arms.
What's the one with the surfer boy that moves to like the Midwest or like somewhere snowy? We reviewed it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that was a Disney Channel original movie, wasn't it? And he becomes like a snowboarder?
No, but that one's actually okay. That's Johnny Tsunami, and that
Yes.
one's actually not bad.
Yeah. No, there was another one.
Airborne, chat is saying?
Yes.
Yeah, Airborne.
Thank you,
there
Monica.
go. So you're right. You don't have much, and I'm sorry.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. I found out why Chris Pratt was cast as Mario. It's because he's cool.
Well, there's that.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Can I put the request in for a South Park or Matt Stone and Trey Parker month, including South Park movie, Team America, and Basketball?
South Park movie is one of the best modern American musicals.
Originally I would have said yes, but now with YouTube and the stuff they're cracking down on, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'd like to, but yeah.
YouTube is given in to the pearl clutchers.
Honest reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, been thinking about your skit for No Way Home about exploring the critic verse. If I could suggest, Rob, critic who's too serious, Tamara, critic whose most hated review is The Neverending Story, Malcolm, critic who's been canceled, you know why, and the most successful of them, Chaplin critic, because he's Chaplin.
I am not serious.
He said jokingly. Well, we'll think about that.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Now that they're all on Disney Plus, do you think you'll do the Marvel shows originally from Netflix like Daredevil and Jessica Jones?
Not this year, but maybe the following year. Because yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
JT, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, so I finished watching every X-Men movie ever made. I watched them in chronological timeline order rather than order of release date, starting with First Class. Do you guys have any plans to review either First Class or Days of Future Past? Both are stellar and by far were my favorite.
First Class is amazing. That's still my favorite, hands down.
I don't know if I can say, like, if you want a review that really sums up...
the Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
Yeah, the Cosmonaut really, really nailed them. Excuse me. But I think I'm done with the X-Men movies because I can't think of anything new to add to it. So, that's probably it.
LePew, thank you for the 50 bits. What are the chances that the NC will bump into the critics from the Blues Brothers 2000 review?
That was the one thing I was thinking of for, like, No Way Home. I was like, maybe it just bumps into them again. But I don't know how many people remember that review. So, I don't know. Probably unlikely.
Tutti Frutti, thank you for the 50 bits. I have an excellent movie for you to do for the Nostalgia Critic review on Land of the Lost, 2009. It was not received well.
It looked not well. Maybe I'll check it out.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, are you ever going to review Eternals? I need to see a full-fledged review to understand what parts are extremely funny to you.
I was talking.
Yeah, I do too, because God, that movie bored the shit out of me.
I was talking about the same way I do like Dark Toons, where I sit down and watch it and talk about it. I was thinking about maybe doing that with Eternals, because again, I think I'm the only person on the planet who sees the subtle, brilliant comedy in it. So maybe I'll do that.
Boy, it's really subtle.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. I listened to the cast album for the Back to the Future musical, and the songs are fine, but Alan Silvestri knows when to let his original score do the work. I'm curious what the general public thinks of it. I haven't listened to it yet.
It's a great score.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
Snake Eater, thank you for the 100 bits. Enjoyed watching your Dark Knight Rises review. Something I thought could have worked was if League of Shadows tried to have Gotham destroyed each other by infiltrated police force led by Talia, as well as Bane rivaling up lower class citizens, being targeted as criminals and motivating them to fight back and take back the city. This could then tie into Dark Knight of Joker, talking about anarchy. Batman being a fugitive would need to return to be hero Gotham needs.
You lost me at League of Shadows. I think you should just be done with it.
Yeah, I was done. That's regressive storytelling. You did it once, move on. JCM film student, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, did Doug tell you about Spider-Man Lotus, a non-profit feature I told him about? John Watts, the MCU Spidey director, praised the trailer. He did not.
It's
well,
interesting.
now you know.
Check it out. It's like a therapist talking with Spider-Man, I think.
Okay.
And it's mostly a therapy session, but that's mostly it. And it actually sounds really interesting. I think that's what it is. I haven't seen it yet.
JT, thank you for the 50 bits. The funny thing about the Dark Knight Rises is that I can't watch it and take it 100% seriously, but for completely different reasons than most. Since a huge chunk of it was filmed in downtown Pittsburgh, I was there in Pittsburgh at the time for college. The final car chase was literally filmed down the street from my dorm.
I have
You know what that's like.
Yeah, I have that problem a little bit with Dark Knight and stuff, where I'm just like, they passed the same intersection on Lower Wacker like 5 times. The van dumps onto the river in the opposite direction. If you know Chicago geography, that movie's pretty funny.
Big McLarge Huge, thank you for the 100 bits. If you're ever in the mood for cheesy action cult classics, check out Nemesis and Doll Man, directed by Albert Pune.
I know, Doug. I got the reference too. Good Misty reference there.
Yeah.
Space Mutiny.
I have not seen those. I will try to check them out.
Absolutely.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, you know when you do the B-movie review, you have to cast Heather as the female lead. Make sure Malcolm records Heather as she's seething with rage. I imagine Heather saying, "You're all gonna die."
Just put her in like a little B-girl outfit, like from the 90s, just with the little like dangling antennas and stuff.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 84 bits. Great job so far of revisiting Nolan films. Whatever you did, The Dark Knight, and mentioned the Scarecrow is in, and all 3 films I went, wait, he's in all 3 films? I wish he was the main villain in The Dark Knight Rises, and get a much better design / better writing of that character.
Yeah, if you're gonna regress to anything, regress to one where there was still more possibility for him, with the Scarecrow. I still say do a character from scratch, but if you're gonna go back to one, do Scarecrow.
Pattinsoa, thank you for the 50 bits. Okay, my unpopular opinion, We Don't Talk About Bruno is not the best song of Encanto. Surface Pressure was. It's such a great song about how the strongest people are the ones who are the ones holding in the most and who need a helping hand. Still love the Bruno song though, so don't kill me.
Oh no,
I don't disagree. There's nothing wrong. The Bruno song's really fun and good. I was amazed that was the one that caught on. But I mean, it is catchy. So, but I mean, there's a ton of other songs I think are just as good in that movie.
No, the Surface Pressure is they're like neck and neck. Bruno's just a little more catchy for me, but yeah, no, it's a very good song.
Pattinsoa, thank you for the 50 bits. Oh, I just read that, sorry. Yanzu, thank you for the 100 bits. Random question for all 3 of you. Have you ever come across the one show or movie that just leaves you thinking about it for weeks after? I've been getting that hardcore with the YouTube show Hell of a Boss. I just keep thinking about it and overanalyzing it over and over to myself.
Satoshi Kon's stuff always does that for me. Mm-hmm. The Haunting TV series did that for me.
The movie The Florida Project kind of ruined a Christmas for me because we're just like, let's watch something before we go to the family get-together, whatever. And we thought it was going to kind of be like The Sandlot, like maybe a more dramatic Sandlot, still kind of lighthearted. And it's brilliant. It's a good movie, but we were just going the whole day hi, how you doing? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we were just in a daze of depression after.
Grave of the Fireflies does that for me, and it's like a 2-week funk of just this world isn't even worth saving. It's so depressing.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. So I don't know if you've seen this for your commercial special, but there's an Anastasia VHS TV spot where in CM there are women eating Chinese and gushing about the movie. It's such a 90s corny cheesy commercial. It makes me smile because I saw that commercial a lot whenever they promote the movie on VHS. Check it out on YouTube. 1 minute in, it starts Anastasia VHS TV spots.
All right, I'll try to check it out.
Pattinsoa, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, the "she doesn't even have a cat" line from the Dark Knight Rises review had me holding my gut. I'm assuming Ledger would have come back if not for his tragic passing, so I really didn't envy Nolan for having to follow Dark Knight without him.
So true story. I previewed that. I previewed the Dark Knight Rises, watched it, and that's what I told Doug. I'm like, yeah, that "she doesn't even have a cat" line just made me lose my shit. And I knew because you had mentioned it as we were watching it and writing it, but the way you did that with the look around, she doesn't even have a cat.
Well, thank you. And I agree. I don't envy him following up Dark Knight either.
Yanzu, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, Doug, I have to come clean and apologize for something. Back when you released your original It miniseries review, I may have sent you an angry email because of your comment that balloons aren't scary. I don't know why that got to me, but to some they are. There is a balloon phobia called globophobia, and I'm a sufferer from it. I still find that more and more funny every time I see it now.
Well, if we can help make them less scary, there you go.
There you go.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 200 bits. Okay, you three, I do have a favor to ask. Would you please check out a cinema therapy video on YouTube? Besides you guys, I check them out almost every week. Since we're still in Dark Knight month, check out Psychology of a Hero Batman / Dark Knight Trilogy.
All right, I'll try to check it out.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for all of you. Best season of The Simpsons. For me, it's close, but I think season 7. In my opinion, it's the only season where every single episode works.
I don't know, just because I'd have to look at all the episodes in the season. I can say three through 7 are probably the strongest seasons.
And probably 4, somewhere between 3 and 5. I want to say 4. It's probably 4 the more I think about it.
I would say
I'll say 4.
3 and 6 is normally what I tell people. I'd have to look at 7 again and kind of see what's in there. But I mean, 7 was still good.
Modica, thank you for the 50 bits. My God, I've just realized no one recommended the Telltale's Walking Dead game yet.
Right, we're waiting for someone. Maybe weekly.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. My impression of Doug watching the Netflix Marvel shows. Daredevil, it's awesome. Every other show, it's good.
No,
I really like Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is my favorite.
And I didn't finish Luke Cage, but I was really liking it, which is why I like to watch them for Disney December, because a lot of them I didn't get a chance to finish.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug and Rob. What has me most excited for Sonic 2 is the director said he thought Jim Carrey was even better this time around. I really enjoyed his performance in the first one, but agree that he didn't always have the best lines to give. I'm very excited to see what he has up his sleeve for this time around.
Yeah, those are all good comedic actors. They just need funny lines.
I'm more excited because, like, he just is Robotnik now. I don't know why, like, it's like, wasn't even an origin story. It was kind of an origin story with him. I'm like, who cares? Just make him, Robotnik.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. Doug, will you review As the NC, another Don Bluth film in the future this year, possibly The Secret of Nim, The Land Before Time, Anastasia?
I wouldn't mind talking about it. Actually, Secret of Nim would be a fun freak show sim. I kind of talked about it before, though. That's the thing. Maybe Land Before Time. That might be interesting.
Yanzu, thank you so much for that subscription. Welcome. Appreciate that. They have 3 months in advance paid. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
JT, thank you for the 50 bits. Going back to the X-Men movies, out of sheer curiosity, who is your favorite Charles Xavier? Stewart or McAvoy?
I gotta go with Stewart, though it's very close. No, it's really close. It's really close, though.
It's not a fair comparison because only in those last, like, of the stupid X-Men movies did we see McAvoy get close to his age. So to me, it's apples and oranges. I like them both. I think McAvoy's a great young Xavier. I think Stewart's amazing as older Xavier. So I couldn't tell you.
Logan is what pushed it for me.
I know, Logan's so good. But I feel like McAvoy could do something like that if you handed him Logan when he was older, like, so.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which potential video game movie would you want to see more? Metroid or Legend of Zelda?
I'm a Zelda fan. I feel like
Metroid.
Metroid's already been done. It was called Aliens.
Yeah, but I want to see it with Metroid.
Okay.
We've got a couple of minutes for, never mind. JT, thank you for the 50 bits. Even comparing Magnetos is a tough one. Fassbender and McKellen are both great, too.
Honestly, that one I would go Fassbender.
Me too. And McKellen's great. But Fassbender,
it's not a knock against him.
Just there's a little bit more going on behind the eyes when you look at him. Even in the bad movies,
it gave him First Class gave him more to do too. Yeah. I think also helped.
Yanzu, thank you for the 100 bits. Any thoughts on the Warcraft movie?
I never saw it.
Yeah.
I never played Warcraft much, so.
All right, now we got time. Neo Klukser wants to know, Doug, are you ever going to review The Last Dragon?
Are there like a million things called The Last Dragon?
The last Dragon, Doug.
I was gonna say
the most
like
recent Last Dragon.
Oh, the 85 movie, the Kung Fu movie? I've seen it. It's fun. I don't think it's my alley. I think you need someone that knows Kung Fu movies a lot more. And I like Kung Fu movies, but I'm not an expert on it.
Game Fan says, and I think this maybe is an incomplete phrase. So, Doug, hello. I don't know if you heard this, but a new funded animation series is coming.
Ooh, I would imagine several, but cool.
Amadeus Zelda says, Doug, you've seen all visual effects noms, Dune, Free Guy, Shang-Chi, and the latest from 007 and Spider-Man. Who do you give the visual effects Oscar to?
Dude,
Yeah.
not even close.
A lot of the Spider-Man effects I actually didn't think were that good. But, but the movie's so good, so I don't care.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you ever going to review Prince of Persia for Disney December?
Ugh.
Maybe. I remember when it came out, I thought it was all right, though I didn't know the game. Now I wonder what I would think of it. My opinion might change.
I love the game.
Mad Hatter, thank you for that 17-month subscription. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. 17 months. Let's go. Okay, I do have a question. I rewatched Legend today and realized something. Can any one of you guys say one thing you remember about that movie other than Tim Curry?
Slow-mo.
There is a lot.
I remember it looked very nice.
Yeah, it's a very gorgeous movie.
Yeah, I remember that. Tim Curry. I don't remember anything else.
Yanzu, thank you for the 100 bits. So recently they announced on Twitter that a lot of the cast for Has Been Hotel got replaced due to SAG stuff. And I just want to know, what is your opinion on changing voice actors when a community has gotten used to them, even if the only thing out there is a pilot?
I mean, they might just not have a choice. I mean, that's
fucked.
just.
I mean, yeah.
Of
if
course,
you
I
have
want to
no
see them
choice.
stay, but yeah,
if you
there's
have no choice,
another way
it just
around,
is
there's
what
not
it
another way
is.
around.
I would rather they still get to, the people making the show still get to do work. So, like, let them make more episodes, even though they got hosed because of SAG stuff.
Waziasiel, thank you for that subscription. I totally butchered your name, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I think that's going to have to do it for us today, because it is 7:01. We super appreciate you all, and I see that we've kicked off a hype train, but
Top of the evening to
it
you.
is time for us to rock and roll, and by rock and roll, I mean get out of here. There we go. We got a Chaplin choo-choo. But yes, thank you all so much for joining us here today. We super appreciate it. As I always like to remind you guys, we do have content here 6 days a week, so please come on back. Monday through Saturday we'll be here. Tomorrow, Malcolm will be here in the afternoon at 1 o'clock Central Time, and Doug is going to be back here at 6 p.m. tomorrow to finish Spider-Man.
I will
Finish it!
Yeah, finish it! Oh, that's funnier than I had. Goddamn. Okay.
We will laugh, we will cry, but mainly Doug will probably just wear a ridiculous suit for the dramatic conclusion.
Doug will kiss a couple hours goodbye.
We're gonna bring the paper bag back, man.
Mad Hatter, thanks for the 100 bits. Before you guys go, have a charming day. Good night from the UK. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all later. Thank you so much.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. 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 Thanks for playing with us. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Come again.